The coolest people I've ever met in my life. Hugh Hefner wants to have pretty girls around him all the time. Richard Branson wants to dress up in a wedding dress and jump out of a skyscraper to get attention to his business. Is it hurting and harming the world? No. Last I checked, he's made a lot of companies. He's employed 50 to 100,000 people. He's made a cool airline. He's got a space company. He's doing all kinds of great things. The first person interviewing Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, he was the first person saying that black people should have rights. He was writing all that in Playboy in the 60s. As far as I can tell, he was ahead of the game. And all the uptight Christians who say I don't have anything against being a Christian, but if you look at the facts, the southern part of the United States, what's the southern part? I live in North Carolina. They're racist as shit. I went there and drove through a city, Smithfield, North Carolina, when I was 13 years old, and they had a state sign, not a fake sign, but a sign from the government that said, "Welcome to Smithfield, the home of the Ku Klux Klan." And this was the Bible Belt. Now you had Hugh Hefner living a lifestyle that maybe Christians don't agree with, but when it came to black people, he was like, black people are the same as white people, and all the Christians and all the people going to church every Sunday were talking shit about black people, and they were hosing down Martin Luther King Jr. and releasing dogs on his ass. So don't get me started about bullshit. Just mind your own fucking business if you don't know what you're talking about. Seriously, pisses me off every once in a while when I think about all these people, and all people like that are always stupid. All those people were stupid. Those people are still alive. My grandma came from Germany, and they were blonde hair, but they weren't racist. My grandma's not racist, and she went to Dallas, Texas, and they walked into they were on a bus to California, and they walked through into the bathroom, and my great-grandmother, my mother's grandmother, went into the colored bathroom she didn't read English, and she got arrested. And she said to my grandma, "What kind of country is this? They arrest you? They have different bathrooms, like black people, white people can't go in the same bathroom." That was the world not that long ago. So, the best thing to do, every man and every woman sweep their own front porch, and the whole world will be clean. Just clean up after yourself, Patty. What are you doing for the world, huh? 40 million people starving to death in India. What are you doing? Why don't you, instead of being on here, why don't you raise some money from them from your community? Be a way better use of your time. And I'll try to clean my own front porch. And then, you know what? The whole world will be clean. We don't need more people babbling about other people. Now, if somebody's doing something truly wrong, if you saw me here punching people in the face, like Andrew punched me in the face when we played basketball, you could object. Why didn't you object to this dude? Come on now. Like I said, the world is full of people that are not focused on the right thing. Focus on the right thing. Change the world. You do it your way. I'll do it in my own way. You know what I've found with the most successful people in the world? They're always the nicest one. So Patty, somebody said, "Lol, Ty, please." Okay, you getting there. You slowly, it's computing. I see it. You're going. You're getting it slow. Some people, you just got to give them time. You're like, here you go. Here's the real world. Here's you. It's okay to walk over into the real world. In the real world, there's guys, you're not going to believe this. There's dudes who like pretty women. There's dudes that actually like that. And there's actually lots of them. And then there's women who hate on pretty women. And so what I would do, if you're in one of those categories, go live in your world. I want you to live in your lifestyle world. I live in mine. You live in yours. And see, this guy right here said, "The girls in basketball are Ty's best streams." So this guy, Kid Woe, he loves it. So what you should do, Patty, is not be narcissistic and impose your narcissistic world on this guy. Does that make sense? This is one thing that I learned. Sometimes you can't fathom what goes on between people's ears. Like literally, you will meet people and you're like, what is going? Patty says, "Don't bully." Patty, I'm asking you to give your opinion because I can't fathom what's between your ears. What is in between your ears? You haven't said one statement. In arguments, that's called a red herring. You're changing the subject. I'm asking, what's the reason you objected to this? As I found, people who object can never give a real reason. They just go, "I don't like that." I told you, 4 ways to be unsuccessful in life. Number one, be a space cadet. Be ADD. don't have the ability to focus. I don't think that's your problem because you're very focused. Number 2, don't be stubborn. When you realize you're wrong, just be like, oops, my bad. And adapt. Number 3, don't be proud. Once somebody shows you that you're not making any sense, just be like, oh shit. And then the 4th one, this is you. Don't be overly sensitive. Don't be overly sensitive. If you see other people living a different lifestyle than you, be like, great. I see people that are Muslims. I live with the Amish for 2.5 years. They want to live with no electricity. Great. Good? Good night, everybody. Love you, Patty.